Flip and make sure we get it in the record, please.
I'd be happy to, sure. I came today as an applicant representative, so if you have questions as well, myself as well as Father Bernie are here to assist you with any factual questions that you might have. Let us know how we can be helpful. My name is Sister Cora Rose, and I regularly walk to work at St. Timothy's. I am an ordained deacon. You have information about my ministry in your packet, so I won't bore you with everything. But I'm an ordained deacon. I'm a member of the deaconess community in the Lutheran tradition, and I'm also a legal aid attorney. And my first day of work was eye-opening for me. I came to the church, and that first day I met 5 of my own classmates. I always cry when I talk about this, I'm sorry. I'm a Brookings Harbor High School graduate, and I had been away for a while. I went to college, I went to law school, I started my career, came home to help serve my community. And that first day, met 5 of my own classmates who were seeking assistance at St. Timothy's. Since that time, I've come to know friends and classmates, grandparents, uncles, aunts, who are now in their 70s, their 80s, who are also seeking assistance at St. Timothy's. People who've been commercial fishermen here, people who worked other blue-collar jobs that maybe paid cash, and it turned out they didn't have any retirement account to speak of. People who've suffered house fires and maybe lived in mobile homes and now find themselves homeless for the first time at an advanced age. I had no idea that so many people who've lived here all their life, or substantially all their life, have been hit so hard. And it was eye-opening to me when I came here. And I wanted to share that with you because I think many of us have a perception that folks are coming through from major metropolitan areas. And there certainly are travelers coming through the city. We see that, anyone who drives down Chetco Avenue sees that. But the people that I'm serving day after day at the church, by and large, are our people. And I'm proud to be here to be able to help folks who are falling through the cracks and to help navigate the really complex systems to try to get them back on their feet and to find some stability again. One thing I did want to make clear, and I'm not sure if we were able to include it in the packet, is that St. Timothy's has participated in the city's program of Property Watch. And we do regularly, unfortunately, trespass people, meaning they're permanently excluded from the church for violating the church rules. One of the church rules is that there can be no display of drug paraphernalia or drug use at the church. We allow cigarette smoking outside in a designated smoking area, but other than nicotine cigarettes, no drug use is permitted. We're glad to have a really amicable relationship with the community resource officer and the former community resource officer, the school resource officer, who regularly come to St. Timothy's almost every single day that we're open and conduct some of their outreach to the community and to partner with them. Our doors are open to the Brookings Police Department, and we've had a really collegial relationship working to solve problems together when it comes to community members that need an extra special touch. In terms of where the church is located, we happen to be next to Azalea Park. And I think that it's difficult for any of us to know, hypothetically, how much traffic down First Street or on Old County Road is related to the church's services versus related to the location between Stout Park and Azalea Park. But I know that when I drive by the church, when I'm not at work or when the day program's not operating, I regularly see an empty parking lot in a quiet, peaceful setting, maybe with the exception of the really popular summer concert park in the Park series, when the parking lot will be full because there's so many hundreds of people at Azalea Park. I don't see the problems that have been discussed. I'm not here overnight, but we do participate with the Property Watch program, and as soon as we get a complaint, we contact the police and do trespass folks for breaking the rules. We don't allow people to be at the church property after 6 p.m. unless they're participating in an evening meeting like an AA or an NA meeting, or if we have an evening worship service. People aren't allowed back to the church property until in the morning, until about 7 a.m., which matches with the park rule. The park has a dusk to dawn rule. And, dusk and dawn move a little bit throughout the year, but mostly 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. kind of captures that. I'm here to answer questions if you do have questions, in particular if you have questions about the Legal Aid Clinic or any of our advocacy team ministries. And otherwise, I'll yield my time.
I do have a question, if that's okay, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
Cora, yes, you've been here a long time. I don't know if the council knows, you're part of the Hanscom plan, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Hanscoms have been here a long time. First of all, is it true that you named Kidtown?
It is true.
Okay, I thought so. When you were a girl, you entered some contest. And,
yeah, all of the first graders, I think, in Mrs. Wallace's class had to fill out a little tag.
Okay, well, thank you. It's a beautiful place, and I'll think about you every time I look at that sign. But could you? I read your letter here for the packet, the one that you wrote. It looks like on June 27th. So. For the council, could you describe community members? Because it seems like in your letter that's different than parishioners.
Sure. I should have, but I didn't reread what we had submitted to Planning Commission to prepare for today. Okay. But I'll kind of guess what I may have thought. It was several months ago. The parishioners at St. Timothy's are people who participate in our ministries through volunteerism, through life in the life of faith. Maybe they pray at the church, maybe they are participating in the catechism class or worshiping a service on Wednesday or on Sunday. There are also people who volunteer through our community kitchen and participate in the ministries of the church and have decided that their expression of faith is best done in community at St. Timothy's. I think community members for me would be all of Brookings Harbor. Does that help clarify? Okay,
I was under the impression, and maybe I'm wrong, that community members were people that come to use your services or the day program. But
and I'm sorry, I should have.
Here sometime it referred to like our people or something like that. So I guess I'm confused on that. Is that true?
I'm sorry, Mr. Schreiber, I didn't reread my letter, but that could be the case. Yeah, the community members who aren't necessarily practicing their faith at St. Timothy's are welcome to use the St. Timothy's Day program or the advocacy program and the community kitchen.
You mentioned in your address there that you regularly trespass people. How regularly is regular?
That would be a good question for Father Bernie. That's not part of what I do.
Okay.
Regularly. It's as needed, right? So
you don't have.
I don't have
I guess contact. You call Brookings PD, right?
Correct.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you do trespass, where do people go generally? When you have trespassed people,
we ask people to voluntarily leave the premises and be on their way. And if the city police have to be involved to trespass someone, they do the same. It's very atypical that someone would be escorted to a different location. So I'm not sure where people would go next.
So they go down the street or across the road or somewhere like that?
Yeah, I don't think that folks necessarily hang out on First Street, but I usually see people either head down Oak to get to Chetco Avenue or over to one of the two parks.
Okay, that's all the questions I have for now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. One clarification, I believe that the deposition that was cited in the staff report said that the legal clinic was 20 hours. Instead, my staff time, I'm a part-time job, my staff time is 20 hours, but the legal clinic is only open during the day program, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 to noon.
Thank you, Cora.
Sure. Any other questions? Okay, thank you for your time.